This is really not going to be any type of update or an explanation of the process with planning the Potter's Church. It's really maybe more of an opportunity for me to vent a little bit. But as you know, if you've been following along with this process, my first priority is finding a place for us to have services. Because if we can find that place, then we'll be able to put other things in place. We'll be able to start actually inviting people and scheduling and deciding, here's going to be the launch of the church. So waiting on that and also trying to figure out what the options are. I've been looking around in a lot of different places and trying to reach out to a lot of different people. One of the things I decided to do, there's a church near here that's up for sale, the old building is, and so I decided to call the real estate agent, not because I have any thought that we could buy it, but because I was thinking maybe until it is sold that we could have possibly used this space. And so I was trying to find out about that, and that ended up being a mistake. The real estate agent was really not very helpful. That one was not going to work, and she knew it. And so she kind of broke the 3 rules of real estate because I told her that we wanted to be in or near Greensburg, and she started pointing me pretty far away from Greensburg, actually, and much more towards Pittsburgh, which was not helpful because I was explaining why it was that I was focused on Westmoreland County. And so I didn't really care for that very much. But the other issue was that in our conversation, it came out that she's been dealing with a number of other pastors who are also looking for space, and that, like me, they were looking to start or to expand non-denominational churches. Now, what was interesting was, as we continued to talk, I realized what she thought non-denominational meant. And that to her, it didn't just mean being unaffiliated with a large group, it meant being in the charismatic movement. And I don't really know where that impression comes from, but it's not the first time that I've heard that. It's making me think that a lot of people are mixing the two together. And that if you say that a church is non-denominational, that what people are hearing is that it's charismatic. And the Potter's Church is not going to be part of the charismatic movement, and so I don't really want that association to be there. So I'm trying to figure out if there's maybe another term that could be used, maybe something like Bible believing or evangelical or independent. So giving thought to that right now, and then once I do figure that out, hopefully being able to train myself to repeat that easily as kind of the umbrella term for the type of church that it is. And so I thought I would put this out there because maybe you have some thoughts on that for a term that could be used. So if you want to put that down in the comments, that would certainly be helpful. I'd like to hear it. Or if you have a question, if it's about the church or even if it's just about the Bible, the goal of Quest Forum is to be able to answer people's questions there. Feel free to put that in the comments as well. If you want to get in touch more privately, whether it's you want to get involved with the church and so you want to get some contact details or something that's more personal, you can feel free to do that either through the email address that's down in the description or by going to the Facebook page and then messaging me from there. As I also always ask in these videos, if you would, just before you move on to anything else, take a moment to say a prayer for the Potter's Church and ask that the Lord would be guiding us and that He would give us the things that we need to be able to carry this process forward, especially right now that He would bless us with a location to have those services. I really would greatly appreciate that. I also do appreciate that you're following along with this process. I'm glad that you checked out this video. And until next time, keep looking up.